It is Thursday. It's May 8th, 2K14. This is Wayne Goldsboro Television, and hello to you. I'm Wayne Alley.
Good morning. I'm Kim Best. Glad to have you with us.
Hello to you.
Hello to you.
Hello. Here we are. Hope you're doing well today. It's we're past the middle of the week already.
Yes, we are.
I'm happy about that. We're on our way to another fine weekend. Hasn't the weather just been gorgeous this week?
Lovely.
I am telling you.
Lovely. You know, we went through that long period of time where it was rain, rain, rain,
Oh,
storm,
yes.
storm, storm.
Yes.
And now all of a sudden we've got sunshine. Let's knock on some wood somewhere. Yep.
Hey.
Sorry.
That's okay. It's funny. That's okay. But yeah, you're right. Knock on wood or whatever we need to do to be superstitiously
That's
correct.
right. We want to enjoy this beautiful weather.
Yes. It has been nice. Last weekend, you know, I was out at the fairgrounds. We're going to have some video on this too for the tractor sale and
Oh,
show.
yes.
And,
Oh,
My
yes.
goodness.
That's a big deal.
Oh, it was an enormous deal. I mean, there were, I couldn't begin to guess how many, but it seemed that it was past 100 tractors were on display.
Really?
there.
That many?
Oh, it was gorgeous. And some of them actually looked better, and most of them were antique tractors. Most of them looked better than the day they came off the showroom floor.
Somebody's been taking lots of TLC.
Yes, and
Lots of
rebuilding.
TLC.
Some of them
Yeah.
were just, they were just fantastic. And these people are very serious about their
Yes, they
tractor
are.
collecting. These are collectors, and these are not work tractors. One of the collectors in particular, a fellow by the name of Wayne Acock. Sounds real.
Does that sound familiar?
Very familiar. He is a collector of Oliver tractors, and they don't.
Is that a name brand?
That's a name brand. They
Okay.
don't make those anymore. No, actually, he uses it to plant olivers.
I know he does. You are so funny.
But anyway, but it was a blast, and we'll have video on that one day next week.
Well, good.
Okay, soon.
Good, good.
Who's on today's program?
On today's program, thank you for asking, Mr. Alley.
Certainly.
Let's see, we have an interview with the Red Cross, the American Red Cross.
Tammy came by. You know, because of these devastating tornadoes, these deadly tornadoes that passed through northeastern North Carolina a week or two ago, there's been a tremendous amount of damage, and always, the Red Cross is always called to help. And Tammy's going to tell us about that and other things going on as well.
And we have local folks that a lot of times will volunteer their time and they go out, they're trained, and they'll go out and help wherever the disasters happen.
Yeah.
And Tammy does a great job organizing and setting that up on a regular basis.
She certainly does that.
And then, of course, we have Crime Stoppers.
Oh, yeah, Paige.
Paige Lerner, Sergeant Lerner is here.
Sergeant Lerner will be with us.
And she is here talking about Crime of the Week and how you can help her and the Goldsboro Police Department.
All right. Outstanding.
Yes. You got some birthdays.
Oh, yeah, I do. What did I do with the birthdays here? I had them here just a little while ago.
Did you?
I did. What did I did with them? Here's what I did with them. You hockey puck. Who says
What?
that? Yeah. Don Rickles.
Yes,
He's
he
having a
does.
birthday. He calls people hockey pucks.
Interesting.
Funny guy. Don Rickles is having a birthday. He was born this day, 1926, which
Wow.
makes him 88 years old today.
Happy
How
birthday,
about
Don.
that? Yeah. Tony Tennille's having a birthday. The captain in Tennille.
Yeah,
the captain passed
yeah.
away last year. But she's having a birthday. Let's see, 46, 74 today.
74
She's
today.
74. She is pretty lady.
They were a good duo.
They really were. You know, his father was a major symphony orchestra leader.
Conductor.
Conductor, yes.
Really?
Yeah. Carmen Dragon. He had a big recording career, just an amazing talent.
Wow.
And so the captain, the son, was Daryl Dragon. That was his name. And she was Tony Dragon.
Well, there you
Which,
go.
Tony
Tidbit
Tennille.
of information for the day.
Her real name was Catherine Antoinette. Catherine Antoinette.
That's pretty.
Tennille. Isn't that a pretty name? Yeah.
Very pretty.
Okay, let's see. James Mitchum having a birthday today. David Keith, the actor, having a birthday. And Melissa Gilbert.
Little House on the Prairie.
Little House on the Prairie and a bunch of other stuff. The Miracle
yeah.
Worker, Her Own Rules, and a whole bunch of other stuff. She's having a birthday. She is 50. Is that right?
Is she really?
Melissa Gilbert is 50 today.
Little Melissa.
Born this day, 1964.
Who was she? Laurie? Is that her name? Laurie on the show?
Oh,
Laura.
gee,
Laura Ingalls. Wasn't
yeah,
that her?
I guess so.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Very
Melissa
good.
Gilbert. Yeah, she's the one that played the character who wrote the book, I suppose. Laura Ingalls Wilder.
Yes, there you go.
Okay. All
we'll
right.
go with that anyway.
And one of my favorite entertainers was born this day. He passed away in a plane crash some years ago, but Eric Hilliard Nelson. Rick Nelson.
Rick
His
Nelson.
first name was Eric.
Okay, it just took us a moment
Hilliard,
to catch up with
yeah,
you.
I know, but Hilliard was his mom's maiden name.
Okay.
And
My goodness.
Ricky
Very
Nelson.
talented.
Oh, yeah, I love Ricky Nelson. And he was born this day in 1940. Died in a plane crash. I believe it's 1985. A lot of controversy around that plane crash, but I can tell you right now, there were no drugs involved. None.
None.
He was not a drug user.
Yeah.
Just a great talent, and really created an issue when he did the Madison Square Garden.
Oh yeah.
And sang the song. From that came the Garden Party song, which was actually kind of a doggone it, I'm me, and if I want to write new music, I'll write new music.
Yeah.
So there. But anyway, Ricky Nelson, I loved him. Died some years ago, 1985. And those are the birthdays for today.
Happy birthday if it's your special day.
There you go. All right. What's going on?
This morning we have Coffee with a Cop.
Oh,
it's
was that
happening today.
Today,
yes.
okay.
It's happening this morning, 7:30 to 9 at Bojangles on West Grantham Street on Highway 70 West. Join your neighbors and your police officers for coffee and conversation. No agenda, no speeches, just a chance to ask questions, voice your concerns, get to know law enforcement right here in Goldsboro.
That is a great program.
This morning.
That is a great
Stop by and have a
program.
chat.
Speaking of stopping,
Time to go to interviews?
time to go to interviews.
Well, let's go see what's happening with American Red Cross.
Today we're talking with Tammy Forrester. Tammy's the director of the Red Cross office here in Wayne County and other locations as well. You cover 3 or 4 counties, right?
Yes, I cover Wayne, Lenoir, and Greene County.
Okay, Wayne, Lenoir, and Greene counties. Now, as you, I'm sure, are aware, in the last several days, in fact, we've had some weather activity in eastern North Carolina. Tammy, the Red Cross is always called when we have weather activity in eastern North Carolina. And this is no different. Your office has been contacted by National Red Cross, and you've been sent out, people in your office have been sent out to volunteer to help.
Right.
What's going on?
We've had numerous counties in eastern North Carolina that were affected, and it used to be that it only affected us if it was right here in Goldsboro.
Right.
But we are part of a bigger team now, which is good. It strengthens us.
Right.
And so when any one of the 33 counties in eastern North Carolina is affected, then we all team together to help. It makes us stronger.
Right.
So we have had since Friday, the tornadoes touched down in Greene County and several other counties east of here, and since then we have served 4,000 meals and snacks. We've distributed 200 supplies including blankets, comfort kits, hygiene items, cleanup kits, and tarps. Now, and the difference between a comfort kit and a cleanup kit is the comfort kit is for you.
Oh.
Toothpaste, shampoo,
Right.
razor blade. The cleanup kit is what you use to clean up your house or your yard
okay.
to free up the yard and house of all the debris.
All right, now where are these supplies and materials coming from?
They come from the local chapters that are in the affected areas.
All right.
So for Greene County, they came from this chapter, and those supplies are purchased or either donated to us.
And those, of course, all come from the government supply house in Washington, D.C., right?
No.
Huh? What?
No,
All this comes from the government, right? The government's helping out here.
Because we're not government funded.
What?
It comes from people just like you and all of your neighbors in your community and the people in this community and all the other 33 counties.
So you're supported and you exist because the community donates and keeps the Red Cross going here. You don't get money from the U.S. government, do you?
No, no. And people are going to hear me and see me out. They have this week and they will for the next 2 weeks, at least real heavy for the next 2 weeks. They're going to hear me and see me asking them for financial support, and this is why, because it takes money to get to those places. It takes money to provide assistance for those 44 families that now are homeless. It takes money to give those cleanup kits and comfort kits and all of that good stuff.
You mentioned 44 families without a home now.
That are homeless
Their homes
now.
have been destroyed.
Right. Right here in eastern North Carolina.
Your neighbors.
Yes. Yes.
And they need your help, and they need your support.
And the human spirit, you know, if it hit your neighborhood, Wayne, you would be moved to tears at the human spirit. A lot of times we get so busy in our day-to-day lives that we get frustrated at the person that crosses too slow across the parking lot thinking how inconsiderate they are, or the people that just aren't paying attention to how they drive, all these little bitty things. But when total chaos wreaks havoc in your neighborhood, the man that you might not speak to 3 times a year, you're willing to sacrifice something of yours for him to help him in his time of need. And that's what I like to think the Red Cross does. We reach out and help.
We have that spirit here in Wayne County and the surrounding counties. We do.
Yes. Wayne County is a very loving, generous county.
Yes, it is.
It really is.
I've said that many times, and it's so true. And now's the time that we're asking you to come forward to the Red Cross office.
Yes.
And help out as a volunteer. If times are tough right now and you're having your own problems and you can't afford to give, then you can help as a volunteer.
Oh yes, that's tremendous.
Now,
we need
you're not
volunteers.
asking people to go to Greene County or Pitt County or down to Tyrrell County and help, are you?
No, they don't have to, but they can if they want to.
They can if they want to.
Yes.
All right.
I have people that want to say, sign me up, I'll go anywhere you want me to. I want to travel.
Wow.
I'm not one of those. Let me help you right here. Let me help you with what you need to get over there.
Okay.
It takes all kinds.
It takes all kinds, huh?
So they can do either.
They can do either. They can help right here, answer phones, do filing or whatever at the Red Cross office.
Or they can help with blood drives, or they can help with DAT, which is our disaster assessment teams, which go out and do the home fires.
Disaster assessment team. Oh, okay. DAT.
DAT.
All right.
It's not slang for THAT.
I was going to say, is it like dissing?
Yeah, it's not dissing that.
Dissing that. It's not dissing that. It's
Not dissing that.
DAT.
That's right.
Okay.
So, and that's how we know that there are homes without roofs, homes with trees down on them. We don't just know this after a storm happens. We have people that are disaster action team members. They go out, 2 of them, like you and your wife, go out, she drives, you look. This house has a tree down on it. This house has no windows in it. This house has no roof on it. This house has a car that's been destroyed. That's how we know that. We have eyes and hands and feet down, not eyes on the ground, but you know what I'm saying, hands and feet on the ground. And
you can have your eyes on the ground.
you know, we have people out there as soon as it's safe to get out there. Because if we go out before it's safe, then all we've done is enable ourselves. We have taken ourselves out of the picture by putting ourselves in harm's way as well.
You simply add to the problem then.
Right.
All right. Now, the Red Cross needs your help. What else do we have here to talk about the, we need your help?
We do need
Simple
your
as that.
help. We do. We sent 100 disasters down to some of the eastern counties, and then we had to pull some back because the weather got pretty bad here,
it did.
just right 30 miles from us, Wilson County.
Right. So we need help
we
here.
really need volunteers. We need volunteers. We need volunteers. Did I say that enough times?
Say it one more time.
We need volunteers.
Okay.
We need you.
All right.
Volunteers come in all shapes and sizes, women and men, strong, weak, tired, walking, in wheelchairs, on crutches. It does not matter. We can use everybody in some sort of format.
Okay.
Everybody. And they can do anything from blood to answering the phone. We have a man that comes and just cleans our floors. It sweeps and mops our floors. Precious. He's so
Wow.
sweet. And
Oh,
you know
that's
what?
good. Why?
That helps me keep from having to sweep and mop the floors.
Gives you time to work the phones
Right.
and work with planning and scheduling.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
And being out in the community. And my job title might say that I'm the Chief Executive Officer, but that also means that if the toilets need cleaning, I clean the toilets. And quite often, I clean the toilets.
I understand.
And that's okay. If that's what needs to be handled, then that's what needs to be handled. It encompasses everything that there's a need for. So when somebody comes in and helps me do it, or helps Shannon and Robert and ourselves in the office do it, then it frees us up to do something else.
And you do have a good staff there. Robert's been there a long time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Robert, to a lot of people in Wayne County, Roberto Mendoza is Red Cross.
Right.
I call him Mr. Red Cross.
Right.
He's wonderful. He does everything and anything I ask of him. And a lot of times Robert sees the need and does it before it's even asked. And Shannon's our office manager. She is excellent. She does a great job because she is the constant there when I'm out and about doing this or in another county or out in another company's place of business talking to them about financial support. Shannon runs the office.
Now, the Red Cross office here in Goldsboro is at 600 North George Street, unless you've moved lately. Okay,
no.
she's still there.
Still there.
Still there.
Yes.
It's a nice big brick building there on North George near the
Yes.
railroad track. And,
Can't miss us.
Can't miss. And what are the hours there?
We are open from 8:30 to 5, Monday through Friday.
And anyone is welcome to come into the Red Cross office and offer help.
Yes.
Scheduled blood drives are a big part of the Red
yes.
Cross office now, and you can get your own blood drive scheduled by going to redcrossblood.org.
Excellent.
Right?
Yes. Very good. Extra points.
Go to redcrossblood.org.
That's right.
And then just put in your zip code, and you will see blood drives within the area for the next whenever you want to go.
Yes.
You can also schedule, can you not? An
Yes,
appointment?
you can. You can schedule an appointment, and they really like you to have an appointment.
Yes.
And it's important to remember that when disaster happens and we're passing out all these kits and stuff, there's also an increased need for blood. So blood donations are also important at that time
All
as well.
types.
That's right, all types. Don't let anybody tell you just because you don't have O that your blood's not important. Every drop of everybody's blood is important.
And there's no such thing as a blood type I don't know.
That's right. And there's no, what was it? I be positive, you're not getting my blood. There's none of that either.
I'd be positive.
That's right. I be positive, ain't nobody get my blood. There's none of that either.
There's none of that. No, absolutely none of that. So,
and I will tell you, I had a lady tell me one time when I was talking about something, she said, you know, I made the statement that every time you donate blood, you have the chance to save 3 lives.
That's right.
She pointed out to me that, yes, every time you donate blood, you do have the potential to save 3 lives, but you might not can save a life. But her father received blood, and it enabled her enough time to get to where he was and see him before he passed away.
Oh my goodness.
So it might not have saved his life, but it bought her time to get there to see him before he passed away.
You just never know, do you?
You never know. No. So, and as sad as that sounds, that's a wonderful thing, because I've been in that position where I thought I wasn't going to get to my own daddy before he died, and it's very, very frightful.
Yeah. Yes, it is. We need your help, Wayne County.
Yes.
And anybody else listening. Now, we have viewers actually
Yes.
in Australia, England, and Canada, all over the world.
Get out!
I'm serious!
Australia! Ow! I would have you do an accent, but it'll make me laugh. And
Okay, well, we don't want that, do we?
I'm already laughing.
No, you're not. So anyway.
Australia, awesome.
Well, yeah. Well, now, not very, I mean, the country.
Doesn't matter if you've only got one. You got one in Australia.
That's exactly right. Anyway, but we've got them all over the place, and I'll show you the list. Anyway.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Anyway, and
Thank y'all.
they're watching on YouTube. Yeah,
Oh.
our YouTube channel.
Oh.
Yeah. So see, you can help.
See?
You can
Yes,
send
you
a
can.
donation from
Yes.
wherever. Send a donation to the Red Cross office here at 600 North George Street in Goldsboro, 27530.
Yes. I'd love somebody in Australia to send me a donation. I can talk about it on my phone call.
Yeah.
It'll be the furthest donation away.
Or even Canada.
Yes.
Yes. Or even
Of
England.
course, I'll take it right at 601 North George Street.
Right, next door.
Next
across
door.
Across the street. Right.
That's right.
All right. Tammy is the chief executive officer and toilet cleaner at the
That's
Red
right.
Cross office
That's right.
here in Goldsboro, Wayne County. We're needing your help.
Yes.
You know, the storms have passed,
That's right.
and then people tend to get back to their normal routine.
Right.
But the people that have lost their homes are in an abnormal routine right now.
That is exactly
They need your
right.
help badly. They need help. They need donations. They need help through the Red Cross, and the Red
Right.
Cross is there to help. This is not a government-supported agency. A lot of people think it is. It is
No.
not.
We're
The
not.
Red Cross exists because of your help. So 600 North George Street, 919-735-7201.
I'm so impressed. Yes. Yes,
Okay,
yes.
all right. Call Tammy, call anyone that answers the phone and say, I want to help,
Yes,
and
please.
they'll help you. They'll
And
help you
thank
help
you.
them. Okay, and thank you very
Because
much.
they're such good, this county is so giving and generous to us, and we couldn't do it without them. And
That's
you
so
too.
true.
Thank
Well,
you.
Thank you very much. Tammy Forrester, Red Cross office here.
Joining me today is Sergeant Paige Lerner of Crime Stoppers. She's here to give us information on this week's Crime of the Week. Welcome back to the show, Paige.
Thank you, as always.
So we have lots of information to share today, asking the community to help us on this particular case.
We do. We have a robbery that I wanted to talk about this morning. We had a robbery happen on May 5th at about 9:00 p.m. We had a 23-year-old female, Miss Brody, that had some passengers in her car also. She picked up two men that were on South Slocum Street in about the 900 block and agreed to give them a ride over to Isler Street here in town in Goldsboro. Once they got over to Isler Street, one of the males pointed a gun at them, and the two males robbed the people in the vehicle.
Okay.
So they did get $50 cash from them, and once they did that, they got out of the car and they went to a house on Isler Street, and obviously, you know, patrol got called at that time.
Right.
So after a little bit of legwork, there was warrants secured on two subjects, and I brought their pictures with me today. Both of them are Goldsboro based, and so I'm hoping the public is familiar with them.
Okay.
Each of them does have an outstanding warrant for their arrest for robbery with a dangerous weapon. That is Isaiah Jacobs that they're seeing now, which is a black male, and he's 21 years old. He is about 5'4", 140 pounds, and the last known address we have is 214 West Pine Street here in Goldsboro. And then there is a second individual by the name of Rael Atkinson. And Mr. Atkinson, he is 26 years old. He's 5'8", 150 pounds. We have an address of 1502 West Washington Street in Kinston, but he is also from this area too. So we know that some people here in Wayne County are familiar with him, and if they see him, we want them to give us a call, because both of them have felony warrants.
Okay, so felony warrant. So what does that mean through Crime Stoppers?
That means all they have to do is see these individuals, give me a call, tell me where they're at, basically try to get a description of their clothing, or if they're in a vehicle, what are they driving, or a house, you know, get us an address.
Right.
And if we make an arrest off their call, then they're eligible for a cash reward.
Now, people can call you or text you,
Right.
either one. The number is rolling across the bottom of the screen, so you have that information right there.
Yeah. Sometimes people, which works out really good, will text me while they're actually with a subject. You know, this is a texting world, and
Right, absolutely.
nobody thinks anything of it. And so they can literally be standing with a suspect and texting me at the same time, and that works out beautiful.
Well, you've seen the pictures, you've heard the scenario of what happened. Once again, you're seeing both of these suspects, and what are their names once again, Paige?
Rael Atkinson and Isaiah Jacobs.
Okay, if you have seen either one of these individuals, if you know their location, or in the next few days, if you do see them, give Crime Stoppers a call or text. Let them know what they are wearing, where they are, give them some details, and you may be eligible for a cash reward. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
Community, we need your help, and this is what's happening in this week's Crime of the Week.
And we're back on Wayne Goldsboro Television, which, by the way, also you can see, if you happen to miss part of the program, you can see on YouTube. We actually send everything we do to YouTube.
Yes, we do.
Except our laundry. We don't send our laundry. We do laundry, but we don't send it to YouTube.
You are a mess.
Today is National Children's Mental Health Awareness Day. This is a very important day. You need to be aware of this.
Well, May is Mental Health Awareness Month as
That's
well.
exactly right. Very
Yes,
good.
we did a proclamation the other night and a resolution at City Council meeting.
Well, there you go.
I pay attention to these things.
I see you do.
Yep.
I'm impressed. There you go. Today is also VE Day, Victory in Europe Day, pertaining to World War II.
Okay.
It is World Red Cross Red Crescent Day. You know, in countries that don't have the Red Cross, they have the Red Crescent.
Right.
And today is National Animal Disaster Preparedness Day, whatever that means.
Prepare your animals in case there's a disaster, like
Oh.
I'm assuming like a tornado or a flood or any kind
That
of
makes
disaster.
so much sense.
Well, people do
I was
love
going
their
to have some fun
animals.
with that. Oh, I know. I was going to have some fun with that.
Sorry, I just messed your fun
Well,
up.
you know, roadkill comes to mind, and I don't know why.
Oh.
I'm thinking of possums and raccoons,
Yeah.
and, you know. But okay, animal disaster preparedness. Okay, but see, what you said makes so much more sense.
So glad I could help you.
Yes, I'll call on you again.
Glad to be of service, Mr. Alley.
Okay, send me a bill for that.
I will.
All right.
Farmers Market
Oh,
starts
boy.
very, very soon.
Oh,
and this
boy.
year we're going to do something a little bit different.
What's gonna be
We're going to
different?
have 2 locations. We're
Really?
going to have the one location every Wednesday starting May 14th, of course, at Herman Park in the parking lot right there off of Herman Street.
Okay.
And it'll start in the morning at 9 and it'll last until the sun goes down,
Okay.
basically,
Okay.
7 or so.
Okay.
And then on Saturdays, we're going to have a second location downtown Goldsboro over at Cornerstone Commons
Oh.
from 8 until 12.
Oh.
Yes, just on Saturdays.
Okay.
That's right, and it all starts May 14th, sorry. May 14th is the Wednesdays, and that'll run all the way through until fall, through November the 26th. So we'll have the ability to get fresh local produce grown right here in Wayne County all the way through November from our local farmers,
Oh, that is
who
just
we
great.
do want to support.
Oh, I love the farmers market. I
Me
do
too.
indeed. Yeah, and you do want to support local farmers for several reasons. It helps in so many ways. It helps support the farmers, of course, and their
Yes.
families, but it also helps with our own health, our
Oh, for
own
sure.
good health in the community, as well as it has an economic impact on our community
Absolutely,
as
it
well.
does.
So do that, okay?
And you know, they don't just have vegetables and fruits, they have flowers, they have baked goods, they have jewelry, the list goes on and on. Remember last year when we went out and
That's
visited,
right.
that I was surprised by all the various things they have.
You know what? Somebody had actually done a CD, and they were selling those CDs.
Yeah,
there.
she was
Yeah.
singing a little bit
She was
for us
singing
as
for
she was
us.
selling her,
She's very talented.
what was she selling? Pies.
Pies,
Homemade
yes.
pies. We have good memories.
Well, I kind of zap into your brain a little
That's
bit
okay.
sometimes, but yeah, we do, I suppose you could say. On May 28th, which is near the end of the month,
Yes.
a lady by the name of Adria Williams is admissions coordinator for the North Carolina State Veterans Home in Kinston. Will be at the Senior Center here in Goldsboro to talk about their new facility in Kinston. The program is free, open to the public, anybody can go. Call Aaron McAuliffe if you have questions about this meeting. This is on May 28th at 10:30 in the morning, when Ms. Williams will be at the Senior Center to talk about the North Carolina State Veterans Home in Kinston. Call Aaron at 705-1785 if you have questions.
Want to tell you about the outdoor pools that are opening soon here in the city?
Oh, boy.
That's right. Mina Wheel and Peacock Pools will be opening May 24th.
All right.
Mark your calendars, and you can go to the City of Goldsboro's website to find out hours and fees and various things that are associated. But outdoor pools opening soon. Everybody's going to want to jump into a pool pretty soon because it's going to be warm outside, and we're going to all want to have access. So there you go.
Yeah, I hear,
So go jump
in
in a
lake.
pool.
Or the pool a lot. Anyway.
I bet you do.
That and go soak your head, all that stuff. Anyway, we're going to do this again tomorrow, and maybe by then I'll have it right. I hope so anyway, and thank you for all your help.
You're so welcome.
We'll be back tomorrow. And until tomorrow, I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kim Best, and this is what's happening in your community.